What's crackling, everybody? Welcome back once again to the definitive cereal tier list, where each episode we take a cereal, put it on the tier list, so you know how good it is. I'm your host, Tucker. In this episode, we're doing Cinnamon Sugar Krispies. As you can see, this is the newest Krispies to come out for this list. We've had Coco Krispies, first one we did, actually, at a B, as well as the cookies and cream one. Pretty decent there. We've had frosted and strawberry to get a C. We've had original just at a D. It's kind of boring, but still pretty decent sort of base for it. So this one I could see kind of getting that frosted and strawberry level here. And flavor-wise, obviously the first thing you think of seeing this is like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, that whole family of stuff. Just, you know, pretty decent flavor. So we'll see how that works with this Krispies piece. But let's just get into it. Strong. I feel like I'm getting mostly cinnamon, not as much. Okay, there's a mixture. I guess it was because of this little waft here and the spillage there. I was expecting this to be more dusted, I guess, but not too much. Not a lot of sort of powder. But yeah, just kind of looks like a normal Rice Krispie. A little sort of browner, I guess. Not quite orange, but yeah, you can definitely tell there's cinnamon sugar on it, I guess. Still snapping, crackling, and popping. So that's good. Oh wow, I feel like the scent just got a lot stronger too. Okay. For some reason, that wasn't quite what I expected it to be. I feel like it is leaning I want to say a bit more towards the cinnamon, but not, as I usually say, like a warm cinnamon. It's definitely like a sweet cinnamon flavor. I'd say it's pretty different from like the Toast Crunch stuff, which maybe just because I mentioned that sort of changed the expectation in my head. But I think this is pretty distinct from something like that. I almost feel like you're getting a bit more of the taste of the cinnamon, but then the sweetness of the sugar comes in at the end. It's kind of a weird arc that the flavor takes for each bite. I think it's a decent flavor, but it's kind of a lot. Like I could see by the end of this being a little tired of the flavor, but I guess we'll see when I get there. All right, we have some cinnamon sugar specks floating about now, so let's try the milk. Okay. That seems like a little calmer than the flavor was on the piece, so I do appreciate that. Oh. It was just letting me move all the pieces out of the milk. That's convenient. Thank you, Krispies. Yeah, I think I like this version of the flavor a little bit more. Yeah, still, I think a little strong, but comparatively, I think I like it more. This wasn't my favorite Krispies, but it definitely had more flavor than the base version did. I'm still struggling a little bit to decide how I really feel about the cinnamon sugar flavor here. Like, I feel like I had moments where I did enjoy it, but I think it did overall end up being a little too much for me by the end. Maybe not even by the end, maybe I feel like by 75% or so in there. So maybe this is just something you need a smaller bowl for, but yeah, I don't know. It's like a decent sort of sweet cinnamon taste, and then I was trying to figure out if there was like a sort of more direct comparison here. So it's not quite Toast Crunch. It's not as like pure cinnamony as something like Cinnamon Cheerios. It's kind of in between there somewhere. Like I don't know, maybe snickerdoodle-y, kind of something like that. This is CTC. It's kind of, in that range a bit more. But yeah, I think it's decent flavor. Just it's kind of a lot by the end. So what I'm gonna do is give Cinnamon Sugar Krispies a D. It makes it the same rank as Rice Krispies, but I think obviously this has a lot more flavor than Rice Krispies, so that's good. Piece-wise, pretty identical, still getting like kind of a fun crunch at the beginning, but bottom pieces very quickly sogify. So kind of works best if you can get a combination of both dry and wet pieces. But I think, that's kind of expected. Like they weren't going to change up the actual piece here. So that kind of works for me. I think still even frosted and strawberry, which I didn't love. I think I'd more easily kind of enjoy a bowl of that than this. And I don't think it even comes close to like cocoa or cookies and cream. So kind of ends up at a D, but I guess it's a stronger D. Because there were moments that I did pretty much like vibe with it, but yeah, I don't know. I think overall it's just fine. That's what I'm coming to the conclusion of. It has some good parts and moments, but overall it's fine. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and in the comments below, post your general thoughts. Let me know if you've had Cinnamon Sugar Krispies and what you thought of it. It is newer, not super new now at this point, but if you have tried it, let me know what you thought. If you enjoyed the taste of it more consistently the whole time and it worked a bit better for you, you can let me know. Maybe like me, you thought it was a bit much and kind of too strong, and you also kind of got tired out by the end of it, you can let me know too. If like me, you just had totally wrong expectations about this and thought it was going to be more powdery and maybe even more orange colored, and it's just not what you expected at all, you can let me know what those expectations were. But until next time, stay delicious.